This is Josiah Plays Pillars of Eternity. Okay, so I'm here at Caed Nua. I got my space piglet. This is a cool looking place. Nice bridge, nice river. Who's this guy? Oh, there he is. There's Kana. That's the guy I'm here to see. Well, that's convenient. He's just right here. He has a gun. And like a turban or something? Is this?
It looks like this place has been abandoned for years.
Yeah, it does. And yet that watcher is supposed to be here.
Rest would be good.
Okay, so now they're starting to get tired. She just has minor fatigue. -5 to all defenses, -10 accuracy. Yeah, that's not good. That's actually really bad. As low as our accuracy is in general right now, losing 10 of it is a pretty big problem. Okay, let's talk to this guy, Kana. Just off the side of the path into Caed Nua stands an imposing figure, a tall, thick-set Amawa, clad in worn armor and peering up at the outer walls of the keep. In his hand is a small piece of charcoal, and it works feverishly at taking notes upon a small scrap of paper. More than once he has to reach up to prevent his colorful cap from falling off his head as he gazes upwards. That moldy brickwork must be fascinating. The man looks over at you, blinking in surprise. His face splits in a wide and very toothy grin, and he waves the parchment in greeting. He does look like a cheerful and yet shark-toothed individual.
It is. Well, not the wall itself, perhaps. The construction is very traditional. There are names scratched upon some of the bricks, just there. Workers and masons, I expect, carving a little immortality for themselves. It's a fine keep, Caed Nua. 2 centuries to its name, and abandoned for nearly as long.
So he knows some stuff about this place. He looks up at the wall again, expression fond.
But the truly interesting part is in there, and I haven't had much luck in reaching the keep itself. I hoped to find the master of this place, a man by the name of Merwald, but it seems that he either holds his privacy most dear, or else has been devoured by his house guests.
Devoured by his house guests does not sound good. What do you want from Merwald?
Knowledge. Or, to be less clever about it, a certain text. I've come in search of a great treasure, you see. Not gold or silver, but the Tanvi Oratoa. You might call it the Book of Virtues. It's a sacred text of Rauatai, but we possess only a small fragment of it.
And he thinks that book is here, huh? He grins. Yeah, I can believe that he's going to be grinning a lot. We'll see if he grins as often as Durance clutches his staff tightly. Well, they can have a contest. Alright. The Tanvi Oratoha. A year I've journeyed in search of the rest, and I found evidence suggesting that the original lies there, beneath the keep. I want to ask Merwald if he knows of it. And you, my friend? Why are you here? Apparently I have something called a watcher, and Merwald can tell me what that means. I too wish to speak to him. Go on with honest. Apparently I'm something called a watcher, and Merwald can tell me what that means.
A watcher? Oh, you've spoken with spirits? There are many questions I would ask if I could do the same.
He looks at you with open curiosity. Oh, I ask plenty of questions. Don't even trip. Well, perhaps we can help one another. The grounds are infested with all manner of beasts. I have never seen the like. I did not want to risk it alone, but you seem capable. Together, I am sure we could manage it, and then we can both ask our questions of Merwald. Well, that was easy to get him to join me. I could just be like, nope, shut up. But I can say this. Let's go meet Merwald, then.
Excellent. Lead on, my friend, and I will be at your heels. Ah, wait. Speaking of that, I ought to warn you first. Wondrous teeth, I nearly forgot. I have, at times, been followed. It began in Adir, and in Xaurip they attacked outright. I believe they do not wish for me to find what I am looking for.
Oh, really? So he's got some kind of troublemakers after him, trying to stop him. Well, that'll be exciting.
I say believe, but I have been told as much by one of my would-be assassins. I paid them little mind. Humorless swords and long robes. But it's why I bought the sword, you see. And it's only fair that you should know.
What are a few assassins between friends?
I'm glad you're not discouraged. Come then. Who knows what we will find inside?
Who knows? Well, the bad news, Kana, is we're not going inside right now. We're leaving. Now that you've joined me. So, I got a new quest called Time and Tide. That's obviously his quest. Kana Rua, an Amawa from the northern lands of Rawatai, has come to the Deerwood in search of a sacred text, the Tanvi Oratoha, or Book of Virtues. After a long year's search, he believes that he has tracked the text to a tablet within the buried ruins beneath the keep of Caed Nua. He is eager to explore the ruins, and has asked for my assistance in doing so. Until then, he seems happy enough to accompany me on my travels, though he has sheepishly admitted that this is in part due to his being pursued by mysterious assailants. I'm Merwald. Kana Rua has been waiting outside the gates of the keep, hoping to find assistance in crossing the infested bailey. He believes that Merwald may provide him with answers concerning the tablet he is searching for. It seems we both seek this old watcher. Cool. When you reached Caed Nua, you met a Rawatai scholar named Kana Rua. He joined you in hopes of finding an ancient and sacred text buried beneath the keep. So he is a chanter, which means he's essentially like a bard, although they have their own kind of cool stuff going on in this game.
Following your lead.
And he is already 3rd level, so he's ahead of my other companions by about 1,000. No. Not 1,000. 29, 29, 29. He's like 100 to 190 ahead of these others. So not that much. He's very mighty. He's got a kind of low con. He's slow. He's kind of perceptive. He's very high intelligence, though. Or intellect, as it were. Kana's turban is giving him +1 intellect. And he's got arm to the teeth because he's an island Amawa. 2 stealth. Oh, he's got some stealth. Cool. Somebody else who's not terrible at sneaking around. That's great. A ton of lore. And a little bit of mechanics. So, like, you could set him up to be your party rogue, too, if you wanted to. Because you don't get an actual rogue companion. So, like, you could use Durance, because he starts with 3 mechanics. Or you could use Kana, because he starts with 2 stealth, 1 mechanics. And then he's got Ancient Memory Talent. Invokes a primal energy, causing allies within range to benefit from constant endurance regeneration while the chanter is chanting. That is fantastic. It's a big radius. And I think it's like 1 endurance per second or something. Oh look, I've earned some reputations here. I have Clever 1 and Honest 1. That's cool. So he's got, wow, he's got a lot of damage reduction. Decent defenses and a lot of damage and pretty decent accuracy and more. He's tough. He's tougher than anybody in our party except for Adair. There's more damage reduction. All right, well, let's see what he's got going on for gear. Oh, I see. So he's got his turban, Kana's turban of intellect +1. Hats come in many different shapes, sizes, and a wide array of colors. Dear Woodens are known for their modest, rustic hats, while Valians are associated with broad-brimmed hats featuring a variety of exotic plumes. And he's got some brigandine. That's why his armor's so good. The brigandine's amazing. It's the second best armor after plate mail. Has a lot of DR. Slows you down a lot though too. Despite its unassuming appearance, brigandine provides impressive protection to its wearer at a cost of speed in combat. It is made of dozens of steel plates sandwiched between canvas or leather. The plates are held in place by distinctive rivets across the surface of the brigandine. I'm wondering if I should... Ooh, he's got a fine... Wow, he's got some good weapons too. I'm wondering if I should make him another tank. Like if I should load him up with a shield and everything and keep him up there in the front tanking with Adair. Let's just see here. If I wish I had another hatchet, but I don't. So if I gave him a shield, he'd have a 47 deflection. Same as him. And if I gave him a hatchet too, he'd have a 52 deflection. Which is awesome. But he's got an S-stock here, which is a cool weapon. A fine S-stock. These long two-handed swords are easily distinguished from great swords by their narrow spike-shaped blades. S-stocks are not commonly used by warriors in the Deerwood, but their value against heavily armored opponents is undisputed. So it does nice two-hander damage, but it also bypasses 5 DR, which is pretty awesome. And this is a fine weapon, so it has plus accuracy and damage. Somebody should be using that thing. So maybe I shouldn't make him a tank so much as just another melee combatant who can get in there and mix it up and do some damage. On the other hand, oh no, there really is no other hand. He's also got an arquebus, which I'm about to steal from him. Arquebus, two-handed. It's a gun. It's extremely slow, but it does a boatload of damage, and it bypasses 6 DR. Matchlock firearms of high power and fair accuracy, arquebuses are prized for their ability to penetrate wizards' arcane veils. I will be taking that from you, sir. Thanks, though. Now, do I want to make this guy tanky, or do I want to just have him go up in there and fuck shit up with an S-stock? I don't know. I'm going to give him a couple of these beers, though. And I'm going to give him I'm going to give Durance this scroll. So that's a glorious weapon. He should really use it. I mean, I should give him a tanky set of things too. I'd give him a hatchet if I had another one. So, how about either a mace for the DR reduction, or a spear for the accuracy. I think the spear makes the most sense. So if he switches to that, he's got much less damage and a tiny bit less accuracy, but his deflection goes up quite a bit. Am I going to keep him in the Brigandine? I think I probably should. Unless I'm going to give that to Adair. But Adair has his armor with second chance on it. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds really good. Although I could give that armor to Durance. Alright, give me this. Put that on him. So then take this off of him. Put the Brigandine on him. DR10, DR9. Crush 13 / 14. Corrode 8. 50% minus 45%. I'm thinking... I'm thinking he should wear the Brigandine. And Kana can wear the mail. And Durance can wear the Saints War armor. Aloth can wear his own leather. Yeah, that's good. And then, now I have this gun now, right? It does a ton of damage and 6 DR bypass. That's amazing. But I still have the fine hunting bow as well. Durance has got a beard. Kana looks... What's he look like without the ridiculous... He looks pretty cool without the ridiculous turban. But nobody else is going to wear that thing, right? Doesn't look bad on Aloth. Actually, who needs intellect more is the question. He's got a 17. He's got a 16. Like, who needs area effect and duration more? I actually think the Chanter needs it more. So, I'm giving it back to the Chanter. Looks ridiculous on the Amawa, though. So ridiculous. Okay. I guess you can start with the S-Stock. Durance looks cooler in this armor. This and the Brigandine seems to suit Adair pretty nicely. Okay, what else does Kana have? He doesn't have a cloak. He doesn't have anything else. Okay. Oh, Endurance doesn't have a cloak either. Interesting. So now, oh yeah, I was looking at my weapons, right? What am I doing with my weapons? Well, I know I want to use the Arquebus for one shot at least. At which point I could switch to a crossbow and shoot it once. Or I could switch to the fine hunting bow and start shooting more quickly. I feel like I should switch to a crossbow. And then I could give the fine hunting bow to Durance instead of the war bow. Or I could give somebody else a bow. I could give Adair a bow. Just in case. I don't know what situation. I mean, Kana doesn't have... Oh, Kana has a third weapon set! Oh, great! Yeah, well in that case, Kana can have the fine hunting bow. Yeah, because Amawa. That's wonderful. Okay. Alright, he's got his staff, he's got his S-stock. I have my gun. I mean, it looks like a rifle, but of course it's not actually a rifle technically. It's an arquebus, but that's a cooler thing than a crossbow, honestly. That's amazing. Okay, and I'll keep my other crossbow. I don't know. Just in case. Well, you know what he should have? Okay. That way, if he needs to switch to the torch, he also has a shield as well, which is good. Okay, I think we're good to go. I wish somebody had an extra weapon set so I could... Okay. Now then. Oh yeah.
Following your lead.
So we know what he has here. We know what he has here. Let's take a look at his business. So he's got his chant thing going. There's some beer, right? So March of the Kamoa is his basic chant that he has set up, which does at the sight of their comrades the hearts grew bold, and it does blessed was Wengrid, quickest of his tribe. And this is how you set up his chants in the edit chants thing. Chanters spend most of their time in combat speaking chants. Chants are arranged strings of magical phrases that produce different effects. As one phrase ends, its effects will linger, overlapping with the effects of the next phrase. When a chant reaches the end of the final phrase, it will loop back to the beginning. Careful arrangement of phrases can produce a powerful sequence of passive effects. Click on a chant to select it. Phrases clicked on the left panel will be added to the selected chant. If you wish to remove a phrase, click on the phrase in the chant. Right. So his first one, he has 3 phrases he can possibly use. The first is Lo, their endless hope, the harbingers of doom. Lasts 6 seconds and lingers for 3 seconds. Creates a field of terror, frightening enemies in the area of effect. That's pretty cool. And then his 2 first-level phrases. Blessed was Wengrid, quickest of his tribe. 4 seconds, 2-second linger. Gives plus move speed and reflex for 6 seconds. Yeah, so and then this other one is at the heart of their comrades, their hearts grew bold. Plus 10 fortitude and will for the allies. Oh, that's pretty good. So those 2 together, he should have enough intelligence. He has 18, which is a lot of extra duration. So he should have enough intelligence that he can chant those 2, for example, back to back, and they will be up on the whole team always, because they'll last long enough that when he chants it again, I mean only in combat, of course. But I think I want him to do this one first. So I'm going to get rid of that, and then I'm going to put it back in there. So I want him to start with the movement speed one and then do the second one for March of the Kamoa. Now I could set up a second chant for him where he just does Lo the Endless Host over and over, which would probably be worth it. 6 second, 3 second linger. Yeah. Chant 2 is just going to be Lo the Endless Host over and over. And what am I going to call it? He's got March of the Kamoa, and now this is the terrifying one, right? So we're going to call it We're going to call it Dirge. Of the Grim Heralds. I could rename this one too if I wanted to, but I'm not going to because that's his chant and it's cool. I mean, I could make 2 other chants that, you know, combined these in some different ways, but I'm not going to. So now he has his 2 chants. See, look at his area of effect of his chants is quite large. And basically, if I click this, that means when combat starts, he will automatically start that chant, which is good. Now, he's also got his chanter spells. See this right here? That's his phrases. Right now it's at 0. Every time he chants a phrase in one of these things, he gets a number in there. And once it builds up to 3, he can use these spells, because it says they require 3 phrases chanted. So let's look at his spells. The first one is, if their bones still slept under that hill, none can say. Requires 3 phrases chanted, average speed, and it summons 3 skeletons to fight for you. And they go away when you leave combat. But that's really good, because that's extra enemies that can tank for you and so forth.
On your word.
And then his other one is the thunder rolled like waves on black seas. This creates a decent length cone, and it hits foes for crushing damage and stun for 7 seconds and push. Creates a thunderous explosion that stuns and shoves enemies. That is really, really good. So basically, he starts the combat and he's just fighting and stuff while he does these chants. As soon as he gets to 3, I can cast one of these 2 quite good spells. And none of this is limited by per day or anything. Just like my Cipher stuff, I'm not limited by per day. I have to regenerate my resource. Versus, say, the priest and the wizard, they just get a certain number of uses per day of their spells, and that's it. Except for they each have one thing they can do on a per encounter basis. May I help? And of course, he has his twice per encounter, and he doesn't have any daily stuff except for that ring, which is, you know, an item.
Yes.
So, Kana's going to be a nice addition to the party with the buffing and these powerful spells when he can use them. And it looks like, just looking at him here, it looks like he's going to go in and kick some ass physically as well. So, that'll be really helpful. And he's got a pretty cool portrait. Now, the other thing is...
What?
Yeah.
I wanted to look at my stuff. So I have 25 base focus now, which means I could cast a 15 and a 10 at the beginning of combat, which is great. And then I'd have to start building up my stuff again.
No problem.
But... cool. We got Kana. Now then.
What's on your mind?
Anybody have anything new to say? Pretty sure Durance is just going to get pajiggity with me about everything.
If doubts and what?
Come on, Durance. Anything for me?
Doubts...
I didn't think so.
If doubts and curiosity play... If doubts and
Okay.
What?
Yeah, so...
On your word.
Now I get to have my full-on conversation with Kana. And so I will do so. But
as you say.
Let's see what he's looking like here. He's a big dude. And he's got a spear, and he's got a, what do you call it? An S-stock. And I have my gun now. I'm going to call it a rifle, even though it isn't one, because look at it. It looks like a fucking rifle. I got my rifle. He's got his cool burning staff. He's got his rod and his book, his grimoire. And dude's got his little hatchet and little shield, but that's what he needs to be tanky.
Following your lead.
Okay. Let us have a chat with Kana.
Following your lead. It's good to be on the road again. A wanderlust is nothing rare in the people of Rauatai, but often I think myself alone in loving the land as much as the sea. What shall we see next, I wonder?
A wanderlust is nothing rare in the people of Rauatai. Okay. See, if I was from Rauatai, and I wouldn't have to be an Amawa. Anybody can be from Rauatai. When you pick where you're from in the beginning, I could have a cool thing to say to him. But I don't. So let's just start with, tell me about yourself.
What shall I tell? I am Kana Nua, born in the royal city of Takoa, from which rules the Ranga Nui. There. That is a solemn enough start. I am a lore chanter in the college there. Or, at least, a student of lore, and a chanter both.
Lore chanter in the college. Okay, sounds pretty cool. The accent's right, but you don't look like you're from Rauatai. Do I not? Do I not? He grins crookedly. I take your meaning. My family is from the Deadfire Archipelago, but I've never seen the islands. My parents traveled to Rauatai many years before I was born. Interesting. Oh right, he's an island Amawa, not a coastal Amawa. Which is, yeah, that is what that means. They found more opportunity in Rauatai. My mother took to crafting cannons, aspiring pirate that she is, and my father's work with coral caught the eye of someone important, and then the Ranga Nui himself. The rest followed. What would you like to know? What's a Ranga Nui? A king, our great king, ruler over all of Rawatai. He's led our people well, and he has treated my family very well. My father and he are great friends, as much as one can be friends with a king. He's friends with the king. That's pretty badass. What is this gate of great teeth? Much as it sounds, a maze of walls, like the teeth of some nautical terror. It sits outside the city and guards Takawa from invaders and storms. The storms have always been much more trouble. Nuitanri, the angry titans, throwing themselves against Rawatai's shores. Invaders I'm not so sure about. But perhaps I'm like the man who, being dry, throws off his rain cloak during a storm. Ha ha ha! So my mother would have me believe. What would you like to know? Tell me about lore chanters. My eldest brother thinks we spend our days in song, weaving wreaths from flowers. But the truth is far less exciting than that. The college preserves what knowledge our people have gathered. I would have it said that the lore chanters are Rawatai, for without them we would have no beginning, no sense of how far we've come. We would forget ourselves with every generation. Well, that does sound pretty important. So they're basically historians. I am only a student yet, but someday I'll return and tell the keeper what I learn, and she will add my verses to the chant. Well, that sounds pretty cool. What would you like to know? What made you leave the college?
I was on the usual path at first. Theology, the traditions, when the Gate of Great Teeth was completed. It was all my father had hoped for. The greatest commission he had ever received.
Oh, so his father made the Gate of Great Teeth. That must be why, I mean, he's important then. That's why he was friends with the king and stuff.
But it was also a sign that Rawatai was changing, looking inward. Meanwhile, I was neck-deep in the writing of a dozen nations, marveling at all the things that lay beyond our borders.
He's curious. He wanted to see the world. And in so many of those books and records, I found accounts of ancient Ingwith. The Adirans hold a great hunger for Ingwithan relics, and why shouldn't they? It was the civilization from which the Glanfathans learned to read souls. Yeah. I decided that my third degree would be in history, and that I would study the Ingwithans. They were at the heart of so much discussion abroad, so many discoveries. It drew some mockery. We'd watched Eddard draw itself into several conflicts with the Glanfathans over these ruins. Takawa had its own concerns. And soon I found it. A section of the Tanvi Oratoha in an Adiran translation of ancient Ingwithan script. Just there. Without explanation, it seemed like a gift from the gods. What would you like to know? I had other questions. Ask all you like. A chanter's purpose lies in the telling of stories. Mostly true stories at that. Tell me about Rawatai.
Ah, Rawatai. Shall I describe the pearl-white sands, the sapphire waters, the multi-hued tiles of the rooftops, like a mosaic upon the coast? Sorry.
Actually, that sounds like a pretty awesome place. Was there something specific you wanted to know? Well, yeah. I know. I want to know approximately 5 things. First of all, tell me about the kingdom of Rawatai in general. It's a long journey by ship to the north, past Xaurip and across the sea. We've settled much of the Gulf and established more recent trading colonies all along the coast. We live as best we can, like anyone else. Our land is plagued by storms, and so we stand together, whatever corner of Rauatai we hail from. Otherwise, we'd never survive. Alright, so that's cool. They've got some solidarity. Tell me about the city you're from, Takawa.
Takawa is doubly famed, a royal city and home to the Coral Harbor. The Ranganui's palace is there, and we've a fleet of royal ships sitting outside the Gate of Great Teeth. Every so often, you'll hear the roar of a cannon being tested.
This just sounds like a really cool place. I want to go to Rauatai. The finest ships in Rauatai and so the world are anchored there, and some of our brightest minds toil away at the artillery. My mother, for instance. Kana grins brightly. Myself, I have no talent with gunpowder. So he says, but he was the first guy we've met carrying a gun. Takawa is also home to the Lore College, of course, and we get a great many people traveling long distances to speak with the Lore Keeper. Or else, hear the chants and peruse the books. At least, that is how it was when I was younger. Things were a little different when I left. Oh, cool, I get to say something because I'm from Old Vailia now. Surely Vailian ships are the finest. The grandest, sure. Houses on the water. Kana laughs. Give me a sleek Rauatai ketch, heavy with cannons, and I'll still run circles around your Vailian carracks. Is that right? It sounds like you miss home. Some parts of it. Those silver cliffs, the sea, those at least no one can change. The day I boarded the ship for Eder, the sunrise was gold upon the water, and I nearly leapt overboard and swam for home. Takawa has a lot of this artillery. Rauatai has a lot of artillery. We've made great advances with explosives. One of our artillery masters advised on the Godhammer bomb during the Saints' War, actually. Really? Tell us more. We've got Durance right here. In Rauatai itself, our efforts are more modest. Bombards, cannons. We're having some luck with mortars. You might ask my sister if you ever visit Takawa. She captains the Ratuana. She knows far more than I do and enjoys great fame for it. Sister blows stuff up. It may not be very traditional, but even the most strident demagogue wouldn't touch the subject of artillery. They'd lose what support they've gathered. So artillery is very important to the Rauatai. Or to the Amawa, I should say. Rauatai is the name of the place, Amawa is the name of the race. And those things rhymed. Do only Amawa live there? Far from it. The Amawa arrived more recently and formed the greater number, but others have joined us, so long as they call themselves subjects of the Ranganui. Some of my neighbors are Orlans, for instance. Fine people, though they care little for the sea. People here say that the coastal Amawa are a cruel people. Cruel in the same manner that Orlans are feral and the Pale Elves graceful, yes? Kana chuckles. Amawa conquered Rauatai long ago and drove their enemies from those lands in the doing of it. Today the great kingdom of Rauatai holds humans, Orlans, elves, even Island Amawa. Kana flashes a quick smile, because he's on Island Amawa. Yeah, that's why his skin is that color instead of being blue, because the coastal Amawa are the ones that have the blue skin. What a campaign of conquest says about those responsible, you'll have to ask the adherents. In any case, yes, the reputation persists. Good if you want fighting work. Less so if you would like to be a cook. But you don't really want to be a cook, do you, Kana? I had other questions. Ask all you like. A chanter's purpose lies in the telling of stories. Mostly true stories at that. Do you know anything about this place? Caed Nua is a marvel. An ugly, crumbling marvel, but even so, it's overshadowed by what it sits upon. But the keep itself can tell you much about the Adiran settlement. A very rigid people, I find. Okay. What is this sacred book you're looking for?
The Tanvi Oratoa. It's not really a book. It's been passed down over the years in the form of a chant. I actually found it a little strange at first, seeing it set down in stone.
It's a chant. Oral tradition.
It's not quite the same as a song of worship, though we have paeans to the gods as well. More a kind of moral guide. It gives us something to aspire to. The, model of a virtuous citizen of Rauatai.
So it's kind of like the Rauatai Bible in a weird way. Or maybe more like the Rauatai Tao Te Ching. Not really like the Bible. This is some interesting questions. I'm gonna take a jab at him first, though. Sounds boring.
You'll see a few children nodding off in the middle, I grant you. But the chant is not something taken lightly, and two factions vie for the king's ear.
He smiles. He's starting to try to compete with the gripping the staff tightly.
We've been spared the civil wars and petty conflicts of our neighbors thus far. I'd rather it stay that way.
Kana's expression grows somber. Oh, for him to grow somber, it's got to be serious. Because look at this dude. He's a smiler. Is that even a word, smiler? I don't think it is, but... Alright. You think the Ingwithans were the true authors?
I don't know that the distinction is necessarily important. Rauatai has a long history, and our people have come from many different places. It matters less who wrote it than that I have found pieces of the verses all around the world.
That is very interesting indeed.
Wherever it came from, it will be Rauatai that decides what becomes of it. All the races and peoples of our kingdom coming together to create a great empire. You see, then, that I am loyal in my way.
Kana coughs, smiling sheepishly. Yeah, I do see that. So describe this virtuous citizen.
Dutiful, learned, honest. The sticking point is loyal. Loyal to the people of Rauatai above all others. Fearless in their defense, and bold in aspiration. Tireless in battle or industry. An inspiration to one's people.
Well, that sounds like a pretty tall order. Kana shrugs a shoulder, his broad smile fading. Sounds like he doesn't think he is this, other than the fact that he just said he was loyal, but I think he has his doubts about his worthiness. And maybe he thinks if he finds this chant here and brings it back, that he will truly be a worthy member of Rauatai, and everyone will see that.
But it seems it's not that far a leap from there to the idea that we must cast out foreign influences.
Ah, so kind of xenophobic, maybe. Is that what you aspire to be?
Doesn't everyone want to be a good citizen?
Kana looks away. Yeah, see, he feels guilty. He feels like he has failed his people or his family. Why look for it out here?
There have been arguments as to the chant's true interpretation. New translations even. But any rendition of it I find in the ruins of Engwith will predate those translations by 2,000 years. And finding it here also proves that we still have much to gain from trading with other cultures.
Okay, he's trying to prove a theory.
I'd be lying if I said I'm not looking forward to seeing the look on everyone's faces when I get back. But in the long term, I just think that we can learn a lot from the Engwithians. A civilization like that is something to aspire to. A model for Rauatai as a whole, and not just its people.
Maybe. I mean, the Engwithans did kind of collapse and disappear, so how did that work out for them? But, yeah, I think that's some impressive stuff, I guess.
And I want to prove that all of this is worthwhile. Traveling, seeing the world for what it is. It's been so different from sitting in the Chanter Hall and studying books.
You came all this way just to win an argument?
More or less. It wasn't a popular theory when I suggested it. The idea that we shared the Tanvi Oratoha with some older culture, I mean, doesn't mean it's not true. It doesn't help that my family is from the Deadfire Islands. If I had a copper pond for every chanter who suggested that it's just not in my nature to conquer. My siblings, my parents, they make up for it. They build walls and cannons and ships.
I see.
I've tried to explain. It isn't that I think those things aren't necessary. But if Rauatai closes itself off from trade, turns on its own people over tradition, we will fall behind. And then we'll be the ones getting conquered. I think my father tries to understand at least.
He's got some good points. I'm actually not going to say this, because I don't want to dash his hopes by being rational. My character's not really that rational of a person compared to more, you know... I had other questions. And he says the same thing he said before. So, these people who are after you. Oh, them! Yes, I ran into them in Adir. Or rather, they sought me out. In Adir there were many people who had observed the Engwithan ruins in the Deerwood, and I spent some time conferring with experts. In the libraries I found accounts of sites in Examinal, and it was there I traveled next. But just before that I found myself approached by a woman in dark robes, who bade me abandon my studies for my own safety. I ignored her, of course, but I began to have the sense, after that, of being followed. And after that, well, one ambush on the road I could call misfortune, but 3? You don't seem worried about this. They haven't had much luck. The last one came up on me at a dig site and slipped on a muddy beam. I tried to catch him, reflex I should think, but he went right over the side and down 100 feet. Wow, that's lucky. Well, for you, not so much for him. I'm not really sure what he had in mind, but I doubt that was it. Who are these people? I thought it only fair to delve into their activities in turn. I found word of a leaden key. Oh my god, key. Remember the cult people we saw in the beginning with the ritual, and they mentioned the key like a couple times as an important part of their like litany or whatever? I think it's the same people. It's the same people that are after him. We're starting to get connections between the main plot, our story, and his. This is getting heavy. But past all that, it was all ravings and superstitions. I might as well have gone around asking whether someone had ever seen a whale flying through the air. Some might well tell me yes, but the validity of their accounts is questionable. I had other questions. You're being haunted by the leaden key? So it seems. It's all rather absurd. What harm could I possibly do them by finding this text? Perhaps they don't like Rauatai. Ah, so this text he's looking for is important if, like, that crazy cult is trying to stop him from getting it. How did all this begin? I ran into them in Eder, or rather they sought me out. In Eder there were many people who would observe the Ingwithan ruins in the Deerwood, and I spent some time conferring with experts. In the libraries I found accounts of sites in Examinal, and it was there I traveled next. But, wait, didn't I just read this? But just before that I found myself approached by a woman in dark robes who bade me abandon my studies for my own safety. Yeah, we did just... Okay. And finally... How are you holding up? I'm ready if you are, Kana grins. Alright. Let's be on our way. Cool, so we chatted with Kana some. And he wants to see Merwald. Eder wants to see Merwald. I need to see Merwald. So all of these quests are starting to converge. When you reached Caed Nua, you met a Rauatai scholar named Kana Rua. He joined you in hopes of finding an ancient and sacred text buried beneath the keep. Cool. Okay. I don't think there's any lore things that I haven't read now, right? Nope, I've read them all. I know everything about all the lore, all the deities, all the locations. Cool. And I have now spoken with...
On your word. Yes, my friend? Following your lead.
Eh?
Aye? Hey.
On your word.
So how do I want to arrange my people now? I think Durance needs to be...
What?
Kana needs to be in second place.
Following your lead.
Then Durance. Then Aloth and I in the back. And let's talk about...
Hey.
He says, hey. Let's talk about these formations. So, the super stealth formation... The super stealth formation is going to involve me at the front. And then Kana. Something like this. The normal formation is going to involve Adair in the front, with Kana kind of like behind him, Durance behind him, and I guess we could kind of go single file, but maybe that's not the greatest idea. Maybe something like this, or like this. Yeah. Okay. Something like that is good. So we will be in stealth formation right now.
I shall be discreet.
Got it.
This doesn't look like the formation that I just set up. It is totally not the formation that I just set up. Okay, that's the formation that I set up. So we will come back here. Oh, I need to go out. Is there like another... Let's find out if I can... If I can get to, I can't. Another road going south instead of... I don't know if I can go around the outside of the keep or... what? Let's just see where this goes. What I get? Ooh, skein bone. That's something new. Skein bone. These small blue-gray cat mushrooms are typically found growing under leaf litter, which has earned them an association with the quiet slave. And that's Skein, the god of secret hatred and defiance and stuff. That's interesting. See some barrels up on the walls. So here's a little place that I can't get into because it's all like boarded up or whatever. One shattered cask still smells faintly of ale long spilled into the dirt. Okay. And there's another skein bone. Alright, so this is a dead end. Oh, I was like, is fast mode on? Yeah, but it is. It's already on. I'm really not trying to fight anything in this courtyard right now. So far, though, I don't see any enemies. Oh, there's a shadow. Okay, this is like some stadium or like amphitheater seating here. Maybe they used to do plays or people gave speeches here or something. Well, there's literally no... Oh god, a phantom too. Let's back the fuck off. We don't want any of that, really. Actually, let's stop.
Yeah, sure.
Just her. Ooh. Wow, there's lots of undead here. Like a gang of undead. Okay, so she can get through here. Oh, this doesn't look like it leads. Small flame blight. Man, there's all kinds of crazy stuff here. Ghosts, shadows, phantoms, flame blights. Oh, this does go somewhere. Okay. The problem is, oh, will-o-wisp. Why are there so many crazy things here? This is nuts. Oh god, we have a problem. Okay, good. She got away. That's... Ooh, small ones and a big one. See, I don't think I'm ready for these fights. No, don't see me. There's nothing to see here. This place is torn up. Look at these walls. What's this? This trapdoor has been battered by the elements, tugging on the rusted handle only produces a heavy rattling, so I can't go in there. Alright. This is a lot of shadows and phantoms. I'm very concerned by that. Yeah, I might not be able to get through to any other areas this way. Oh shit. Oh shit. Well, that's not good. I'm a little concerned. Let's see what happens, I guess.
Hey.
Let's see if I can kind of run everyone away. See, that's why I have him chant that first, because we got the movement speed buff, which is going to help us redeploy, so to speak. I'm going to change formations to the tanking formation and get people into positions where they need to be.
Why, I could bed down here.
All right, I get it. You're tired. Oh, did we just get out of combat? I didn't think that could happen. I thought enemies would pretty much always chase you. Well, that's cool. We actually got away. Sweet.
And what does the flame reveal?
Now, where is that creature? Did it return to where it was? It must have, because it's not right here. Cool. We can escape. I didn't realize we could even do that. I thought the enemies... Oh, more phantoms over here? This is some BS. Okay, well, we're leaving now. We are leaving now. Okay, so if I can't come south from here to get to stuff over here, I'm gonna have to go... Oh, I can just go straight to Modmer Bridge, huh? Oh, because I already unlocked it from the south part of Black Meadow, I guess. Okay, well, I need to go into town to Andra's Gift to get my paladin anyway, so... Let's go. Oh, there's a Xaurip right frickin' there. And it already wants to scrap. Well, it's just one Xaurip.
Hey.
Hopefully it's just one, and there's not about 1 million more that are about to come running out of everything.
Eh?
I'm gonna try to paralyze it.
Yes?
What?
On your word.
Oh, cool. It's showing his chant thing right there. That's pretty neat. This is obnoxious being up this close to the edge of the map because I can't. Okay. So I did paralyze him for 4.4 seconds. And he got knocked prone. Ooh, Aloth critted. So he is now prone, paralyzed, and dazed. He should be extremely easy to kill now. So, Kana,
What?
go ahead and get in there. Durance, go ahead and get in there. And maybe I'll shoot the gun at him now.
Eh?
Yes?
Oh, I shot him with the gun for 48. That's awesome. Okay, well, it's kind of nice when there's just one enemy. That makes it kind of easy. He had a hunting bow, a Xaurip spear, same kind of shield. So all that stuff goes in the stash. Oh, a Xaurip skirmisher is different from just a regular Xaurip. I think they have the same text, though. They do. But see, he's level 4 instead of level 1. Good thing there was only one of them, because multiple would have been tough. But one we were able to just kind of beat down.
I shall be discreet.
There's a Xaurip priest. That doesn't look good. Springberry. Let's just see.
Sure.
Oh god, he's detecting me very fast. I just want to see if he has friends with him. He's got to, right?
Yeah, no problem.
There's a skirmisher. There's a regular Xaurip. So I don't think we want any part of this. What's this? Oh yeah, I have to go through them to see what that is. Never mind. We're gonna leave them alone for now. There's another Xaurip.
Eh?
There's a deer cap. I've gotten deer caps before, right? Yeah, I have. So there's a lot of Xaurips around here.
Sure.
Hey, what's that? There's a little thingy right there. Another skein bone. Is this like their camp? Or was it somebody else's camp and then they came along and started acting up? Ooh, camping supplies. Gonna leave them right there though. A fine hatchet. Nice. That will be a fine thing to give to Adair. Wait, did I just loot everything to my stash? I did.
Eh? No problem.
So what is this up here? How come I can't like, get to it? It's weird that there's an investigatable thing there and there's like no way to really walk up on it. Okay. If I could get the rest of my party over to here, can I get the rest of my party over there? Let's see. Who are these people? Lars Nilsson and Vanessa Smedley and City Exa. And what do we have here? Looks like we have some stuff to take. Beer, cocoa, milk, grain. Let's see. Well, we know all about beer. Cocoa. +1 Constitution for 5 minutes, but I'm sure you can use it for cooking to make something better. This sweet-smelling powder is an exotic good, hailing from Valian markets. Ooh, it's from Vailia. I'm from Vailia. Its chief use in the Deerwood is in the creation of the delicacy known as chocolate. Chocolate. Milk. Freshly milked from a dairy cow, refreshing and healthy. How freshly exactly? Because I just found this in a random crate. And I have a feeling that no matter how much time had passed, that milk still would have been in there. And some grain, the cornerstone of a hearty meal and a hearty drink alike. Cool. Into the stash with you. Adair will use this. Nice. And then Kana can use this for his tanky set stuff. 52 deflection. Pretty solid. He's only got 47. But now he has some better accuracy and a little more damage with the fine hatchet. That's good. Okay. What do we have here? Is that a little Orland? Damn looters, can't be bothered to find an honest wage. Years of saving just to see it all washed away. I wish I had some more light so I could see like who or what you are. Oh, it's not an Orland, right? I think it's too tall to be an Orland. It could be an Orland. I can't tell. Oh, it has the ears. Yeah, that is an Orland. An Orland. Well, we will speak with you later, Peregrine. Because right now... Oh! More Xaurips. Man, this place is Xaurip Central. Okay. Ooh, Xaurip, High Priest. That looks serious. Okay, here's what I'm curious about. I think I can just take my whole... Oh, not that way. I can just take my whole crew. And we can just come over here. Yeah, so let's see where this lets us go now. Oh. Nowhere? Really? No new area unlocked for coming over to this side of the map? Well, I am disappointed. Okay, fine. We'll cross the bridge then. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. And we're going to come to it here in a few seconds.
That over there? That'd be the easy way to get to Defiance Bay. Before the floods, anyway.
Oh, the bridge is broken. And there's some guy standing there. Oh, I found a hidden object.
Starting to miss my neighbors.
He looks like a guard of some sort. Look, the bridge, he said before the floods. So the floods must have washed away this bridge. That must have been a serious friggin' flood. Okay, well, what did I find? Ooh, so much cool stuff. Okay, we got some agates. We got some amethysts. We got some copper skates. And a potion of Eldritch Aim. Plus 15 accuracy for 10 seconds. That's nice. Grants the caster otherworldly sight, resulting in preternatural accuracy for a short period. That is nice. I think she will actually keep that on herself. For times when accuracy just really matters. Okay. I love it when I find a hidden object. So, how do I get somewhere from here then? If I can't cross the bridge, I guess we'll look over this way and see if there's another exit over here that leads somewhere else. This is looking kind of promising. Oh, but there's looters.
Eh?
Alright, come here.
No problem.
I see a couple of looters at least. Okay. I hear the whispers. And now there's some more Xaurip. Oh, here's another exit that I can definitely get my people to. And here's one too. What we got here? Atmosphere, cool. See, now I wonder if enough time passes, if any of these plants regrow. I also wonder if any mobs out in the outside zones respawn ever, if enough time passes. Alright, come on, team. There's stuff down there. Now this did not unlock any areas. Really? Well, this bridge zone sucks, kinda. What about this? Well, this one, I doubt this would unlock something if that other one didn't, but... Alright, well, maybe I need to go to, Anslog's Compass, then. Maybe from there I can get into the city, or... Because otherwise, I'm either going to have to go through the courtyard of Caed Nua, which obviously we've proven is kind of a non-starter, or fight my way past these guys and hope that down here somewhere, after you get past them, there's some sort of exit that leads somewhere, which isn't really looking that likely right now. So I'm gonna head to... I need to rest too. We're pretty badly fatigued. I've been trying to put it off because I'm trying to avoid fighting, so I figured why waste the supplies, but... Okay, let's just go to this place. 8 hours. Okay, now we're going to really be tired, because my character's been up for a long time now. Or at least Seraphina has. Oh, we just leveled up from discovering this new map. Or at least Aloth leveled up. That's fantastic. Okay, here he is. Wow, he looks kind of rough up close. I got a rather big book, though. Okay, skills. So what do I want to do with him? Well, I know I want to invest in stealth in every single character. Beyond that, I suppose he should be lore guy, and there's really no point in him having mechanics, because my other guys do, and survival. He's really not going to be the survival guy, so I think we're going to get some stealth, and that's it. See, now he's got equivalent stealth to my main character, so he can actually sneak around pretty good. Ooh, I get two new spells. Well then, second level spells even. That's nice. Now I've got to read all these spells and see which ones I want. Bewildering Spectacle. Why is it not letting me... Oh, because I just click it and it shows it over here. Bewildering Spectacle creates a bizarre and perplexing visual distraction, confusing enemies in the area of effect. Average speed, kind of a small radius. Confuses for 6... Oh, that spell sucks. That's crap. Binding Web spins a resilient viscous web throughout the area of effect, reducing movement for all affected. It's a bigger radius. Lasts 13 seconds, and enemies that come through there get hobbled. Dex is reduced by 2, movement reduced by 3, and so that's a good spell for kiting, or for like making it so you can run away from the enemies and stuff. That's not bad. Bulwark against the elements creates a mystical shield around the caster, suffusing them with bonuses to burn, freeze, corrode, and shock damage reductions. It's fast cast, only works on him, lasts 78 seconds. That's amazing. So that's a pretty nice spell if he's getting attacked by elemental damage, but it doesn't help anyone else. So, I don't know. Combusting Wounds causes enemy wounds in the area of effect to ignite, inflicting additional burn damage over time each time they are wounded. Average speed, small radius, 5 burn damage over time when hit for 26 seconds. That's not bad. Consulhat's Corrosive Siphon. Eats away at the target's spirit, inflicting corrosive damage and converting that essence into endurance for the caster. So, it's a radius, it says. Foe AoE does 33.3 corrode damage over time. And then the caster gets that back as endurance. That's kind of good, actually. That's kind of good. If you get several foes in it, well, that's a long time to take the damage, but still, that's not bad. Curse of Blackened Sight shrouds the target's vision in total darkness, blinding them. It's an AoE, 26-second blind AoE. That's nice. I'm a fan of that. Fetid Caress. The target becomes paralyzed, afflicted with boiling pustules of foul-smelling liquid that erupt from their skin, sickening those nearby. Short range, average speed. So the target, it's paralyzed for 10.4 seconds, and then in an AOE around them, not a foe AOE though, a regular AOE. So this will affect my people. Sickened for 7.8 seconds. I like the 10.4 second paralyze, and if I manage to do it without sickening my own people, it would be pretty nice. God, there's a lot of spells at this level. Infused with Vital Essence. Infuses the caster with vitality, giving them a temporary increase in current and maximum endurance. Fast cast. Oh, that's a lot of max endurance and health for quite a while. That's nice. I mean, you could make your wizard kind of tanky if you cast some of these buffs like this on them. But yeah, I'm not really looking for self buffs right now. Merciless Gaze. The caster becomes able to see an enemy's weaknesses and vulnerabilities as though they were physically tangible, increasing the chance of landing a critical hit. So, hits to crits conversion for a long time, average speed, but it's only for the caster. So I'm thinking no. Miasma of Dull-Mindedness. A cloud of heavy fog settles in the minds of those in the area of effect, dulling senses and wits, inflicts penalties to perception, intellect, and resolve. Small radius, minus 10 perception, intellect, and resolve. It's not bad. It's not bad, but... Mirrored Image creates duplicates of the caster to distract enemies, granting a high deflection bonus, which is reduced with each hit taken. Yeah, no, I'm good, thanks. Necrotic Lance creates a lance of pure necrotic energy, causing corrode damage instantly and over time. So you shoot one target, average speed, short range, does a bunch of damage, and also does this much more damage over time. So I mean that comes out to, like, you know, maybe as much as 65 damage or something. That's a pretty strong single target damage. Plus, most things do not have corrode resist either. So that's a pretty strong single target damage spell. Ray of Fire creates a scorching ray of flame between the caster and the target, inflicting continual burn damage to the target and anyone caught in the ray. 5 range, lasts for 10 seconds, and the target takes 10 to 17 burn. Now it says continual burn damage to the target, and it lasts for 10 seconds. So is it going to be taking 10 to 17 burn like every second or something for 10 seconds? Because that's godlike. And then anyone in the beam. So I would have to use this very carefully to try to line it up to hit like multiple enemies in the beam, but keep my people out of the beam. Which that's a thing I could do. I mean, I could use this tactically, and it would probably be very powerful in some circumstances. So that's a contender. Rolling Flame. I've watched other people use this in other playthroughs, and it never really looked that great to me. Although sometimes it did, but other times it looked kind of crappy. Creates a rebounding ball of fire, inflicting burn damage upon anyone in its path. It sounds good, but I saw that it didn't really often work quite the way it should have worked. So I'm going to take Ray of Fire. I want to try it out, and I'm going to take either Curse of Blackened Sight, or maybe Fetid Caress, or maybe Binding Web. I think I'll take Fetid Caress, because that Paralyze is lovely, and Ray of Fire. That's the ones I'll try for now. I'm going to get more spells later on anyway, so... Now, I need to go to Aloth here, and I need to edit his grimoire. Okay, so that's it. Those are the only 2 4th level spells he knows right now. So then I'll get at least 2 more that I'll be able to put in those other 2 slots, and those will probably be the web spell and the blackened sight spell. It's probably what I'll have for my 4 2nd levels. Yeah. Yeah, I really want to try that Ray of Fire out and see, like, how well it works and... Okay. Anyway. Aloth is doing good. Which means... Adair and Durance are my only 2nd level characters now. And they are extremely close to leveling up. 54 XP away, 53 XP away. So that's good. We've discovered Unslog's compass. It looks like kind of a beach coastal area. I don't know if I can get from here to anywhere else useful or not. I don't know why things are so hazy here either. There's somebody named Tilly, apparently. And there's somebody named Eggdrang. Cool. Well, I kind of want to avoid them, so... And here's a nice little pool of water. What happens if I go here? Apparently, nothing. I can't go anywhere special from there. Oh, Xaurip Champion. No thank you. I do not believe I will be fighting you, sir. I mean, I will eventually fight you, but... Crabs and small fish cluster in this pool left behind by the tide. Okay. Don't mind us. We're just random people sneaking through here. Nothing suspicious going on here. I'm sure that doesn't unlock anything new. Yeah. What did we get here? Some blood moss. Cool, cool. Ooh, what's this? So these look like dragon skulls or something. And that looks like some sort of Xaurip like shrine or totem setup. Interesting. Ooh, page from somebody's travels and a turquoise. We have not yet read the turquoise lore. Turquoise is an amorphous, semi-precious stone, opaque and blue or blue-green in its general color, but often flecked with darker deposits. Yeah, I like turquoise. Page from Fulvano's travels. I met a helpful deerwood woman while in Gilded Vale. She was an invaluable guide during my time in that sorry village. That sorry village, yeah, Gilded Vale sucks. And agreed to accompany some part of the way towards Unslog's compass. We parted ways in the wilds known as Magran's Fork, but I gave her my amulet so she might remember me fondly. Perhaps I will return to these lands someday after all. Aye. Aye. What else we got? See, these are some, like, serious... Okay, so more Xaurips, of course. Lovely.
Eh? Sure.
I'm gonna take this. Ooh, golden celery. Exciting. I'm excited about some celery now. Golden celery, a common sight on Deerwooden farmland. These thick-stemmed plants are topped by clusters of small yellow flowers. They are commonly used for cooking or the creation of gold-wrought chew, derived from their roots. Nice. Oh god, oh god, oh god, I'm getting seen, and look how many there are. Champion, skirmisher, regular Xaurip, priest. Oh god, this is my doom right here. This is my literal doom. No, 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 no. No. It's runaway time. It is run-away time.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So much stuff is being summoned. This is awful. Oh, she's dead. She's so doomed. And now they're all just like hanging out by her body. Look how many there are! Come on! Xaurip, priest, champion, Xaurip, champion, skirmisher, Xaurip. Are you fucking kidding me? Well, maybe they'll wander far enough away from her body that she can get back up. Okay, good. She got back up. Run! I like how the whole party just ran off and abandoned her
Yeah.
to just get owned. I mean, like, that's what I told them to do, but still, it's like funny if you think about it, like, in character. Okay.
Quickly and quietly.
Well, mistakes were made. These Xaurips might have this fucking place locked down.
Eh? No problem.
Oh. Ooh, a ghoul. I've never fought one of these before. That looks like an unfriendly sort of creature. Oof, almost got seen. So... Ooh, Xaurip Camp. Wow. This is starting to look like another place I'm not going to be able to get through. Yeah, because here's a whole big pack of Xaurips. No. No, really? No, we're not going to play this game. Kana, could you come here and give me the speed buff? That would be great.
On your word.
Eh?
Well, maybe... Oh, God. Should I try to fight this group? Maybe I will.
Hey.
Oh, but we're all fatigued and shit? Ah, this is not gonna go well. I'm thinking maybe we will just run. Like, we will seriously just run. Oh, see, they gave up. But this one didn't. Let's kill this one by himself. Oh god. Here comes the champion. Well, we killed that one. Tilly killed it? What? Did she just join in and help us? Yeah. Apparently they're both part of the crew right now. Oh, cool. Now they're going after... Well, hey. If they're going to help us fight, let's do this. Uh-oh. Okay.
Yes?
This thing's still going to be pretty tough, I think. You can drop one of those. Durance, you can stab it with your staff.
Yes?
Kana, you can just chop it up with your thing, and
Hey.
there you can knock it down. And homegirl, you... I'm gonna try out Mind Blades. What did Mind Blades do? Oh, it missed is what it did. Arcane Assault also missed. Try another one.
Huh?
Apparently, did I also miss with the knockdown? Yes, of course I did. Let's try that again. She's slowly reloading the rifle. And she misses. Switch to the crossbow. Also misses. Let's try eye striking it.
Yes.
What is it doing? It's hitting Kana for some reason. Okay.
Huh?
Well, I guess we'll just do our thing here.
Yes?
Maybe Kana should switch. Kana has three! Kana has 3 phrases. Alright. Let's... Do I want to summon skeletons? Nah, I want to use this thing on this thing. Let's see how this works.
Eh?
Oh yeah, and I'm eye striking it. Okay, go. It misses, of course. The eye strike hits, well it grazes, so he's dazed and blinded. Now he'll be easier to hit with everything else. Come on, would you just... See, this thing is tough. Imagine trying to fight the whole big group. Go ahead and Holy Radiance. And we finally killed it. Wow. Okay.
What?
Shouldn't these guys be leveling up? Oh no, now they're closer though.
What?
Well, thanks for your help. We'll talk to you later, but thanks for your help for now. I wonder if we should just go grab more things and pull them to these NPCs. That's the way to do it. That is the way to handle business. Alright, what did he have? Ooh, Xaurip Champion Spear. Well. A Xaurip Tongue and a Peridot and a Medium Shield. So this Medium Shield is the same. This rough and battered shield was used by a Xaurip. Is it any different from the, like, say, the shield that Adair has? No, it's no different. Okay. It's just has been used by a Xaurip, apparently. Well, he's gonna use it. Just because... Like, it doesn't... Does it... Oh, is it kind of a little bit beat up, or is that my imagination? It's just smaller. Oh, cool. Well, I like that for him. What else did I loot? Oh yeah, Xaurip Tongue. The rounded dry tongue of a Xaurip. Okay, that's simple enough. And a Peridot, or Peridot, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Found almost exclusively in a pale green color. Peridot is a glassy stone that is easy to find but difficult to find in specimens of gem-worthy quality. Okay. I think I'm going to go with Peridot, not Peridot. I mean, obviously if it was a French word, it would be Peridot, but I don't think it is a French word, so... And if I'm wrong, then I consent to be called a fool. I want somebody to wear that cape, too. Let's see. She's got the Obsidian cloak, and if she put this cape on... Yeah, it doesn't really look that great. If he puts this cape on... It doesn't really look that great. If Durance puts this cape on... Seems to fit him with the whole raggediness thing. So talk to me about this spear. Ooh, see, it's got accuracy on it. This crude spear is decorated with feathers and beads. So, like, say I compare this to... Well, he's still going to use the hatchet. And he's still going to use the hatchet if I... And he's still going to use his staff. So really, nobody in my party will use this spear. Is kind of what I'm getting out of this. Maybe... Wait. A normal Xaurip spear has accuracy. 13 to 19, or let's say base 11 to 16, and 5 accuracy. Base 11 to 16 and 5 accuracy. So this is exactly no better than a normal Xaurip spear. Well, that's disappointing. Still might use it instead of this torch, though. No, we'll keep the torch. Okay, well, that was less cool than one would hope for.
Eh?
Let me make sure both of my weapons are reloaded.
Got it.
Yeah, see there, she has to reload the arquebus. Okay. And just so we're clear.
Yeah.
Huh?
Following your lead.
Huh?
Wait, what? Adair has... Wait, what? How does the fine hunting bow coming up as something he can switch to? Kana has the fine hunting bow. It's coming up as something everybody can switch to?
Yes.
Something's buggy here. Will it actually let me, though? Like, if she's like, hey, I want to use the fine hunting bow.
No problem.
No, I just switched it on Kana. So, it's showing up on everybody's switcher thing, but it's actually Kana's bow that we're talking about.
On your word.
Okay, well that's interesting. We're pretty tired. Oh, she's critically fatigued. He's majorly, minor, minor, minor. We really do need to rest. I mean, at least if we're going to get any more fights, which I've been trying to avoid, but as you can see, I'm not necessarily avoiding it all that well, considering I keep actually end up killing things.
My eyes are peeled.
But now, maybe I can get through this other way, because we just... I mean, is that just like one Xaurip by himself, or what?
Yeah.
Nope, it's not just one. It's two. But is it just two normal Xaurips? Because if that's the case, pretty sure we can take them.
Hey.
Let's do this. Get in there and fuck shit up, Adair.
On your word.
Kana, go with him. Durance, go with him. Alright, so Adair's gonna come and he is going to knock this one down. And Kana is going to come over here and he's going to attack this one. Durance is going to stand behind them with his long staff and attack him.
Yes.
Aloth is going to drop an arcane assault on the homes here. And my character is going to Mind Blades. Apparently the knockdown did not work.
Eh?
And my mind blades missed. Should I try to charm one of them or eye strike them both? I'm gonna eye strike them both.
Miss.
Stand still.
Damn, miss.
And that misses. Alright, let's bust some caps. And I missed with the gun. Man, we miss a lot.
How may I help?
Aloth, do another arcane assault.
Yeah.
Switch to the crossbow.
Hey.
Stand
Yeah.
still.
No, don't stand there and reload the crossbow. If you're, well, okay, go ahead. Alright, cool. One of them's dead.
Hey.
Yes?
Oh, cool. Durance just... Oh, that was me! I shot him for 21 with the crossbow. Yes! Well done, me.
Too long has it been since we made camp.
Yeah, everybody's tired now. Major fatigue, major critical. People are like, yo, we could pretty much use a nap at this point. I just thought you should know, party leader.
My eyes are peeled.
Alright, I'll take all those.
All right then.
So now this might lead me somewhere. It does not. Damn it. Some secret shit here, though. An agate. Oh, another page from Fulvano's Travels. After several days' journey, it seems it is time to at last to part ways with my traveling companion from New Heomar. A pity we could not see the compass together, but perhaps he will have as grand a time in Giren's grasp. I have given him my gloves for safekeeping, for I will hardly need them in such fine weather. Alright, so the last one was about how he gave somebody a necklace, now he gave somebody a glove. I wonder if I'm going to find a bunch of these, and they're all going to refer to a different item that he gave away, and I can find the people and get like all these items of like this guy's set of stuff or something. That's kind of how it's feeling so far. This is a pretty nice looking area. This is cool with all the water and the... Oh hey, these are people that are... That is a Xaurip that I can talk to. Standing there with... Well, that looks like an Amawa. Interesting. Fish and clumps of seaweed, bright green with heat, royal in the stew. It tastes pleasantly salty. Whoa, I just wanted to look at this. I ain't just signing up to randomly taste some shit. Well, I'm not going to talk to them right now, but this is, unfortunately, a dead end. What's that say there? Ranga's camp, Xaurip camp. I feel like if I can get over here, that maybe that will be the way, but that may involve an actual fight. Which, if that is the case, I'm gonna rest. Whoa, a cave! Xaurip.
Eh?
Let's just creep
Sure.
up here and take a good look. Well, I just see two Xaurips here. But I don't know that I have any reason to go into a cave. I mean, I'm not going to go into that cave. Let me put it another way. So let's get out of here.
Huh? All right then.
Getting into the city is proving to be tricky. I'm pulling mobs to these guys. Come on now.
No problem.
If it turns out I do have to fight. Okay, there's a Xaurip. Oh, and that's where the ghoul is. I don't even know how tough those are. So regular Xaurips are level 1. I know a little bit about them. I've killed 4 of them. Xaurip skirmishers are level 4. Xaurip champions level 5. Has 20 might. Jeez. So that thing can probably hit pretty hard. Get away. Get away. Maybe I should maybe I should anger this thing and then run. Well, I got him for 22 with the mind blades. Oh man, it runs fast, doesn't it? And he runs up and one-shots me with a disengagement attack. Okay, well, I see how this is gonna go now.
Hey.
Wait, what's it doing? Where'd the ghoul go? Did it just run back to where it was?
My eyes are peeled.
Okay, we're camping. We're camping. I will use 1 set of camping supplies, yes. Oh, am I having another dream? Oh, well, I had another dream, but nothing happened. Okay.
Following your lead.
What?
Yes?
Yeah.
Hey. What's on your mind?
Yes? Yes, my friend?
Hi?
What?
Thought I felt your eyes on me, now come the words.
If doubts and curiosity plague you, you're skidding.
Oh, cool, he'll answer more questions now. Durant's grunts. Can you tell me about the Hollowborn?
That's a curse that runs deeper. It's a god hammer of a different sort. And like the god hammer, it was made by men's hands.
Okay. We will continue this conversation in the next episode. My stream will continue in just a few seconds, but this has been Josiah Plays Pillars of Eternity.